Hey everyone, Stephen here once again. First of all, please forgive me if there might be some wind blowing right now. I'm at Shepherdsville Park at the moment, and there might be some wind blowing, so you may not be able to hear everything I have to say. But before I get started on this video, talking about what took place Sunday at Martinsville, along with Friday and Saturday night, I do want to at least acknowledge the winners of the three events, along with the drivers who got in and raced for the title. First, I do want to congratulate Eric Almirola for the win in the Xfinity Series race, along with Justin Allgaier and Cole Custer for making the Xfinity Series Championship 4 race. And in addition to that, I also want to send my congratulations to Ryan Brett Blaney for the Cup win, and William Byron on getting the championship spot in for the Xfinity Series. And of course, I want to congratulate the Big Three for making the championship 4 for the Truck Series, with Eggins getting the win at Martinsville on Friday. With all that out of the way, let's discuss the controversy, or rather the biggest controversy of the race weekend, which is the Cup race in Martinsville, involving 5 drivers, to a degree anyway, and how decisions by Chevrolet and Toyota more or less played a role on who made the championship 4 in the Cup. Late in the race, for those of you who don't know, someone told 1 and 3 not to pass William Byron in the 24 car, one driven by Chastain and Dylan in the 3. And for the most part, they kept the word not past him throughout the regular race. Meanwhile, Bubba claiming he had a flat tire, slowed down tremendously, and allowed Bell to pass him, and did the wash Chastain try to move on the outside of the wall to try to get into the championship 4 spot, which, had he accomplished it, Foster would be ending in a tie, with Bell getting the tie because he had the best result in the round. However, NASCAR reviewed for about 23 minutes and determined that Bell's wall maneuver was illegal, and therefore William Byron would get the final spot. Although they did say they will also look into the matter further, or if any future penalties will take place, which, as of when I'm recording this, it hasn't happened yet. But if it does, let's say you might find it Wednesday, or when I record the video on Thursday about this. So, yeah. And there's also some talk regarding everyone wanting to drop the playoffs all together and go back to another solution. Some suggesting go back to the Chase era, whatever. We had 10 drivers being the title in 10 weeks, or full season format. But here's the problem with that, guys. Ultimately, NASCAR themselves no longer controls NASCAR. At least fully. That's up to the manufacturers and the and NBC to decide, yeah, we're going to leave it as the way it is, and if you don't like it, then we'll just come money and split. What? And I can't confirm this much, but that is my suspicion more or less that manufacturers and NBC/USA, for that matter, has a bigger say in the daily operation of NASCAR than NASCAR itself, and doesn't really crack down per se on situations like this because of the networks. I don't think that's right or fair, mind you, but until changes happen, it is what it is, quite frankly. Do I think penalties need to come down on the 5 drivers involved? Yes and no. Yes to the 3 that was involved, but no to the 2 that wasn't involved correctly outside of Bell and his wall shenanigans. For Byron, I'm listening to prove that Nation Motorsports contacted Chevrolet and asked them, hey, can you tell Chastain and Dillon that the pass train 4? Great. And had someone was involved in the matter in that regard, they were solely penalized to the 4 car as well. But if Byron had nothing to do with it, then why should he be punished for something that wasn't his fault entirely? He was a benefactor, if anything, indirectly, rather than directly. And I don't think it's fair to punish someone who was indirectly involved in the shenanigans that took place. Now, regardless, Childress will get some sort of punishment next to the 8 car with his tire situation. Early in the race, for those who didn't know, they had to call him a restart because the tire came off on his own from Kyle Busch's car, which, needless to say, is going to cause a suspension for some of the crew members. Which, mind you, hasn't happened yet either, but most likely that's going to be the case as well. So, pretty much, if you expect Kyle Busch to run at Phoenix and win the race, don't bet on it. Meaning that this will be the first winless season you'll ever have in his full-time career in the Cup. To think, at one point Kyle Busch was one of the drivers that could win week in, week out. Now, thanks brought to equip at Childress, not so much. When it comes to Chevrolet, they're easily the 3rd best team as far as Chevrolet can by default, behind Hendrick and, of course, Trackhouse. I did want to touch upon this as well right quick because I found this very interesting. The judge did hear arguments on why 2011 and Front Row Motorsports should be allowed to race as charter teams next year, even though they didn't sign a charter agreement. What it boils down to is apparently, if they're forced to compete as open teams, then especially for 2011, sponsors and/or drivers could leave. Which begs the question with regards to, say, to Tyler Reddick. If for some reason that the judge says nope, we're not going to allow the injunction, and he will have to race as an open team, where would Reddick go? Would he be forced to stick it out for the season? Would it be forced to cut race with Bubba Wallace? What about Front Row in their scenario? Will be forced to scale back their operations as well to essentially a 1-car team? Who knows? Now the judge apparently will make a decision on this by Friday, so we'll know by this weekend, more or less, what this round will go to. But essentially, when it was denied that the teams will have access to NASCAR's records, that was a round win for NASCAR. So whether or not the teams will get this round as a win, we'll have to wait and see on that as well. But one thing's for sure, as soon as we find out more about it, I will chime in with my thoughts on the situation as well. And this brings me to my last point of this video right quick. The future of this channel, NASCAR-wise, once the season wraps up Sunday. I'm still going to talk about the race, obviously, and say congratulations to the champions and the race winner if it's a different winner. And I'm still going to be on top of the lawsuit between 2011 and Front Row Motorsports as well, along with who's going to be the announcers for Fox's Truck Series coverage, along with the Xfinity Series coverage of CW, and the TNT and Amazon coverage as well for Cup. So as you can safely assume that the NBC broadcast team, when they take over for Cup, will stay mostly intact. But you never know. If there's any changes in the broadcast side of things as well, as far as who's going where, I will talk about that as well. And so, on that note, happy election day. By the time this is uploaded, we'll probably know who the next president of the United States is going to be. And I want to extend my congratulations to the winning candidate in the next video as well. But that's all the politics you're going to get out of me when it comes to that. We'll just have to wait and see how the election will play out, either for Harris or Trump. Personally, for the record, I'm not a fan of either candidate, but I did vote for the person who I think is most likely a person, candidate to run this country. And I'll leave it at that. If you think I voted for Trump, that's your opinion. If you think I voted for Harris, again, your opinion. But I won't say who I voted for. But comment down below your thoughts regarding the race, the lawsuit, and everything else. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more content like this, bell for notification, you know the works. Now, I'll be back as soon as I can, hopefully Thursday, with a follow-up with what took place since today. And one gentleman got fired in the truck, running in the background for some reason. Typical Shippersville. Also, in case you haven't noticed, we're back to standard time here in the United States. Meaning that I won't have much time to make these videos, unless I try to do it, but there's some spot left. And for real this time, I'll see you next time. Bye. Yeah, you probably won't be able to see me this time, for the most part, but I did want to chime in with one other thing right quick. Can NASCAR go back to a four-season format to determine the championship and Cup, Xfinity and trucks? I think they can. Will they though? I doubt it. Like I said, because mostly, you saw earlier in the video, I referred to that the networks and the manufacturer had a say on how NASCAR is run, and I got some suspicion that as long as they like playoff format and whatnot, don't expect a full season format to return in NASCAR anytime soon, as far as who's going to win for the championship, or at very least a compromise with the 10 race, or at least a compromise with the original chase format. But if any changes does come next year, I'll let you know about that as well. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye. Yeah, it's me again. I forgot to say how I think the three drivers should be punished. So I want to take care of that right before I wrap things up from here. How I think it should be punished is this: fine and/or suspension for the three drivers that were involved in the situation. In Bell's case, he probably fined him for the wall bit, and if it turns out that Byron was involved with the Chevrolet situation, fine and suspend him as well, and kick him and Bell out of the playoffs and put Larson in, since for the most part he had nothing to do with it. Or at the very least, disqualify Byron and put Bell back in the championship for, because race manipulation is a more serious offense than riding on the wall, and something like race manipulation should not be allowed in the first place. But as a couple other people brought up on YouTube, Joe Gibbs Racing did a similar thing once and they got away with it. So for drama reasons and whatnot, NASCAR will probably say they will look into it. But I'll be surprised if some form of punishment will take place regarding the drivers involved in the situation. Because unless, say, NBC tells NASCAR to kick both Byron and Bell out to put Larson in for ratings, they're not going to do it. At least I don't think. But we'll see. Anyway, for real this time, I know you can't see me because, as you can probably tell, it's nearly pitch black outside. And I do apologize for that. But I'll be back next time for more thoughts and what was the outcome of what took place, if anything, with these penalties. Bye!